Hey there. Okay, so instead of thinking of what you're doing as just reading in a generic sense, I like to have you think of it as interacting and experiencing the literature. So, what does it take? I mean, what are you looking for? How do you do this? So, you've got an assignment this week, the first section, and you have to, well, first of all, let's think about taking your time and having the tools. So, here are the tools, so to speak. You've got your marking pen, you've got your pen or pencil. So you dig deeply into it and you interact with it. You highlight important points, and most importantly, it doesn't always give you immediate access in the sense that it all makes perfect sense to you on one reading. Sometimes it takes three, sometimes it takes four, sometimes, with something like Shakespeare, maybe it takes five, six readings, and the lights come on, and you hear the buzzers, and everything begins to happen when you have that moment of epiphany down the road. So, it gives you some advice about reading stories, and then you have some fables, and we'll talk about the details of this a little bit later. But importantly, look at some of these key terms, right? And we'll talk about these too. But here you go. Well, you've got on page number 15 whole business about plot. So you know what? I'm gonna highlight that because that's one of the terms, the key terms I need to know about. So I'm gonna make sure that I've got that highlighted, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm getting those terms to a point where I can become familiar with them. They're user friendly to me. I know how to use them in doing any sort of analysis of literature. So you see what a lot of this takes. Eventually I test you over the terms, but the reason for that is really primarily that I want you to be able to use them, right? So that whenever you're commenting about a story, you can comment from the point of view of having knowledge of how this all works. So look at the terms, take your time, highlight, make marginal notes. Jot down some marginal notes. So it's like you've been there, you've experienced that, and you've had your own moments of insight that you have jotted down. All right, so enough said on that, but I think it's very important to get started right with a sense of how you go about this instead of just, I'm going to launch in and I'm going to sort of phone it in and, okay, I read that. It didn't make an impression. I didn't connect with it. I didn't include some of my experiences and my insights in relation to it, because you are a whole huge bank of experience yourself, that you have a lot of background. So you connect some of that background and your experiences by making these marginal notes with what you've read. All right, have a good day.